Writing, it's a lot of unpleasant, unhappy hours. And there are a few magic moments, but there are a few of the magic moments when, you feel like sailing on a spaceship and you are going across the universe. But there are very few. Most of the time, you need discipline, hard work, stay there, stay put, write and rewrite. What is inspiration? Inspiration can come from everything. Even staying in your room, facing a wall, you can have 10 great inspirations. 10 things. I never believed that in order to write a great short story, a great novel, you need to have amazing facts. Take, how you call that? The control of the TV.
The remote?
The remote. You have a remote here. The weight is post the remote here. If it is full of dust, if the light falls in a certain way, what is around that? That's enough. You don't need anymore. You don't need a war. You don't need a big love story. You have everything there. Always, for me, it starts from something that apparently is insignificant. For a small detail, it can be, for instance, a part of a conversation between strangers in the train or between something. Or can be sometimes like you walk in the dusk in an empty road and then you hear a phone ringing someplace and ringing and ringing and ringing. But I have no idea, and it's not that I start imagining stories, never. But that detail, that few words between strangers, or this phone that is like thrilling, becomes sort of obsession. It comes back. And this is how you know this is worthy to take care and go into this. For that I thought that we have every day so many things that, or stories with here, etc. But there are so many stories that seem also, could be fun, could be smart, whatever. But they fall apart, they dissolve in the passing of time, they dissolve. But there are some things, little things, and I believe this can be for all the arts, it's not only for writing, that they insist and they insist and they become a sort of obsession. And then I know, I have to dig there. And I am a digger. What I do is I dig and I dig. Because you have all what is apparent and is easy, you have to let it go. I'm always attracted to that. And the way that a very small detail can change the view of the whole, can change everything, can change a family life. You see what is happening among those people. For instance, if you concentrate on a family is eating, having dinner, two, parents, children, the way they not leave out what they say, because perhaps they say very strong or very, but the way their gestures, the way they sit, the way they pass the food, the tension or no tension or the apathy on their face, then you have all the story, how this family works or does to work at all. The most important is the voice of the characters. So when you arrive at the point, and that is going towards the middle of the book, that the characters have got their own voice. So that means that they are independent from you. So you cannot move the characters like marionettes. They are on their own there. So, you do what you do, but what you have created, if it is good, has a certain weight. I mean, you cannot fool around. Even if you write for a dog, you cannot change without any reason, interesting reason, the behavior of this dog that maybe the dog has diarrhea or has psychological problems or is dreaming and screaming the dog. So you cannot, because at that point you don't need a crazy dog.
Who?
No, men, but they become uncommon. Finally, if you ask a reader of my books, he will think that they are all crazy, my characters. But there are common people that came to face in situations that are edgy. So they are like one step before the fall. Yeah, for something, yeah. First of all, I like to observe people very much. I like people. I'm interested in the life of others. I mean, very often they ask me the question if I feel that I am, because some of my texts are very personal, if I feel that I am going through a more deeper, I don't know the term in English, auto-knowledge, knowledge of self. And I don't care about that. I feel it's very boring to start digging to find what? What do you find? Nothing. The lives of other people are interesting. I don't like ends that are ends. This is also what I like as a reader. Because I think first we are a reader and then a writer. If you don't read. So I like leave a certain freedom to the reader. For that I don't write like sometimes, this is so structured a book, even very well done, but it's like pushing you there, pushing there, pushing. I don't like that.